So my name's Alex Prentice. I work for Medical Research Network in the UK. We've got offices globally in Japan, Germany, Spain and the US. And we work in the pharmaceutical industry, so we're a service provider. I've worked there since 2017 and I work in accounts payable. I manage a team of accounts payable and accounts receivable. Pre-pandemic, we were very manual-based, like a lot of companies, I think. We had a very paper-based system in everything, not just expenses, but expense claims in particular. So it would have been a front sheet devised on Excel where somebody would have listed out their expenses and the correlating details, the values, any tax breakouts. And then there would have been receipts stapled or paperclipped to the back of that. The reason we then came over to SAP Concur was to centralise all of our solutions, because we were looking at Invoice and we were looking at introducing a purchase order environment to the business as well. So it was all about the user experience at that point, making sure that people had one place to be, not this app for this solution, this app for this, and then somewhere else for something else. The implementation journey for Concur was really pleasant. We've had it in the past with system solutions where it's been difficult. The person that you work with, you just don't have that dynamic with, or they don't understand what you're trying to do. They might not have the sort of background to understand what you're trying to do because they're very IT based. They don't have industry experience. The implementation journey with Concur was good. Our biggest challenges when we were looking to bring in an invoice system was line of sight, I think mainly. During the pandemic, we got to the point where we were using paperless software and paperless solutions, but nothing was talking to each other. We were using our ERP system for parts, we were using an electronic signature company for something else, and they were all in silo. So whilst we'd achieved what we wanted in terms of being paperless because we had to, we didn't really have an efficient, automated or a controlled system. Once we'd fully implemented and gone live, then we'd set out what we achieved to do quite quickly. So our original business plan was all around gaining that line of sight, gaining the ability to have controls in place and those quality gates, gaining the ability to be compliant where we needed to be compliant and maybe we weren't so. So pre-Concur, we spent on average 2 to 3 working days a month between a team of 5 people across the US and UK, manually processing invoices. Once Concur had gone live, we now have a team, not connected, but we now have a team of just 4 people, and we are now spending, I would say in total, less than a day all in on that entire process and more either side of it because of the extra things that we've gained. So we've halved the amount of time in a best case scenario that we're spending on AP and expense, and that's with one less person in the team. We achieved more things as well that we didn't originally intend to set out to do. So for example, we were able to give people in the business access to things they'd not been able to see or do before. Simple things like being able to see when one of their vendors' invoices was going to be paid, or how much of it was going to be paid, even how it was paid. And then also other bonus things like we were able to integrate our company card transactions into the program, and it's not something we'd ever thought about. It just came about by chance during implementation, and we did that, and it improved a massive benefit to those who administer the company credit cards and also those who use them, who have the cards themselves on a day-to-day basis.